Lorianne Boudoir and Mary Stout both requested to see videos on my home management notebook. So today I'm sharing my setup and explaining how I use each of my categories to manage my household. The purpose of this notebook is to act as a reference point for any information directly related to my family. To create this, I took a Happy Notes notebook and added a monthly extension pack. The rings for Happy Notes were too tiny for me, so I changed them out with the ones from a classic size planner. My husband and I keep this open to the family calendar in our command center at all times so that we can quickly see what events we have planned. The command center also houses our inbox and our pending actions folder. And if you would like to learn more about how our command center system works, which I'm really excited about because I feel like it has really eliminated paper clutter in our house, I'll link that video down below for you in the description. To create this divider, I added scrapbook paper onto the front of the monthly expansion pack divider and labeled it using some clear sticker paper. I've also labeled all of the tabs with my different categories using that same clear sticker paper. I'm going to start out by decorating the family calendar. The family calendar has any sort of event that family members need to know about. So for example, if my husband is going to be donating blood or I'm going to be having dinner with my friends, then we write it down in the family calendar, and then when one of us is not home and we're wondering where the other person is, we just go, we check the family calendar, and we know.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast, and every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing.
After the family calendar is the family meeting section. This sheet is the family meeting agenda that has each of the topics that I would like to cover during that meeting. And this extension pack came with these sheets that I'm using to take notes on during each meeting, so I decided to cover them up with these colorful box stickers because it says the days of the week and I wanted to have categories. I wrote the date up at the top and added some checklists for some of the scheduled items that we have during January. I noticed that the number of boxes here correlated perfectly with the number of topics I had chosen to discuss during family meetings. The first box is for future scheduled items, then budget and finances, project plans, division of labor, meal planning, problem solving, life updates, and questions. If you want to learn more about what exactly happens during my family meetings and how I use this notebook and planners, I have a video where I explain the entire process linked in the description down below. The next section is called collections. These are inserts that have reference information for my family. The first insert is called family activity ideas. I wrote down different ideas for vacations or day trips we could go on, or affordable activities like planting an herb garden, reading books in the park, going on a bike ride. The reason why I created this insert is because whenever my husband and I have the day off, we can never think of anything to do, and we end up just doing chores. So if we have this insert, then we can look at these different ideas and hopefully pick one of them to do. The next insert is my home filing system index. I go into detail about what the home filing system is in that command center video that I mentioned, but these sheets tell me what type of paperwork go into each folder of that system. For example, under medical records, we keep the immunization records, dental records, and medical test results. I also have a diagram of the system we use to process paperwork, just as a reminder. Then I have my birthday tracker for all of the birthdays of friends and family. And if you want this free printable, I'll link that video for you down in the description. Then I have a section for home finances and budgeting, because one of my goals for this year is to be more mindful about spending. The first is for annual payments, where I'm recording things that only need to be paid once or twice a year. For example, we have our car registration and the dates that our property taxes are due on. This insert is going to help me with budgeting so I can make sure we have enough money in our bank account by these dates to make these payments. This is a savings tracker that looks like it would be fun to use. Each time we save a certain amount, I will get to color in one of these bill icons. So it will help me to visualize how close we are to achieving our savings goal. I covered up these columns that have the dollar amounts with sticky notes, so I'm not giving away any personal information, but these pages are for my monthly budget. The categories I am using are utilities, food, recreation, personal, family, clothing, miscellaneous, income, housing, health, debt payment, savings, giving, and transportation. I'm going to use a different color highlighter to indicate each of the different categories that I'll be using to color code my expenses. So for example, my gas, water, electricity, trash, and internet bills will all be in purple. Anything to do with my car, gasoline, car insurance, registration, and general maintenance and repairs on my car will be in pink. Then on my expense tracker, I can highlight the expense in the coordinating colors. I'm filming this on January 5th, so we only have one expense so far. On January 4th, we spent $53 on the shelving we are installing in our dining room. That falls under the subcategory of home improvement, so I am highlighting it with the appropriate color for the housing category. Then at the end of the month, I should be able to more easily tally up the expenses for each of the categories to see how close or far we are from reaching our budget goals for that month. This is a bill payment tracker, so I will be able to check off that the bill was paid each month. Since the amount for most of these bills changes from month to month, I'll write down the amount next to the month's checkbox. I'll use the 2020 gift list to track how much I spent on each gift I purchase. If you have seen my 2020 planner setup video, you saw that I have a gift ideas insert. That insert is just for brainstorming ideas for gifts throughout the year that I may or may not actually buy, but this sheet is for tracking gifts once I've made the final purchase. The wish list is my way of preventing myself from making impulse purchases. Maybe there are some planner stickers on Etsy that I really want to buy, so instead of just buying them, I'll add them to this wish list. This will give me time to think about whether or not I should actually be buying that item, which for me usually that answer is no, or it will give me a goal to work towards saving up for. Finally, I have a subscription tracker. I have a subscription for the music that I use on this YouTube channel, to PicMonkey for editing the thumbnails, as well as Microsoft Office so I can share tutorials on how to make DIY planner stickers. But maybe you have a magazine or a newspaper subscription or a subscription service through Amazon Prime. It can be helpful to know which days these subscriptions are renewed and how much the subscription fee costs. So that's why I have this insert in here. The next section is for house projects. My husband and I have been renovating our house, and I have been really enjoying all of the designing and planning that goes with it. I created this section in the home management notebook so my husband can use it as a reference also if needed. And I have a tab for the craft room, guest bath, dining room, and family room. The entryway isn't in here because we are officially done with that project. I don't have time to go into this section today because there is a lot I want to discuss, but I am planning to create a video where I walk you through project planning and how I'm using this house project section sometime in the near future. So if you are interested, then keep an eye out for that video. My next section is for emergency preparedness. If you saw my video on emergency preparedness, then you'll recognize these inserts. I have an emergency kit insert, items to always have on hand, special instructions for emergencies, emergency contacts, a rotation schedule, etc. And if you haven't gotten a chance to see the video yet and you want to see how I use this section, I have it linked down below for you. Following this is my year at a glance section for things like cleaning and home and auto maintenance. The first year at a glance page has important work dates for my husband, his RDOs, and when he needs to travel for work. I never remember these dates, so I find this page to be very useful. My next tab is for cleaning. I made this vision board during my How to Be More Motivated video with photos of the rooms in my house when they are clean, so I can look at this when I need motivation to clean them. My next year at a glance page is my schedule for cleaning my hamster Oliver's cage. I'm filming this on January 5th, so I'm scheduled to do that after this video. I also have this fun house cleaning challenge where they have different themes each month and break down cleaning into smaller tasks. The first 4 challenges of the month were to clear off my counters, declutter small appliances, clean the kitchen table, and declutter towels. And today my assignment is to organize my kitchen sink area. This should be fun because I really want to reorganize the rooms in my house, so hopefully this will work out for me. This is my zone cleaning schedule, which is a modified version of Fly Ladies. In mine, I've broken up each zone into smaller tasks, and I've assigned a task to each day. Another difference is that Zone 1 is not always the first week. It changes month to month. For Zone 1, I've cleaned my entryway, my coat closet, my hallway, and my craft room. Today, I'm supposed to start on Zone 2, which is my kitchen. I created a plant watering schedule because I have this problem where I can never remember the last time I watered something and it ends up dying. Hopefully this will help to keep my plants alive. Under auto, I have an auto maintenance tracker. I have an entire video that goes into depth on this topic, so I'll link that below for you if you are interested. But after that is a year at a glance page to track any sort of maintenance or repairs that are performed on my car. The final section houses addresses and phone numbers. I haven't filled this in yet because it's brand new and I don't want to give out other people's personal information. But the idea is to fill this in with their name, their phone number, address, birthday, and email address. This section is going to be so useful for me for when I need to send out Christmas cards, birthday cards, thank you cards, or invitations. I really hope that this video gave you some ideas for managing your home. And I would love to know whether or not you already have some sort of home management system. Do you have a home binder? Do you incorporate sections like this in your planner? Or some other type of system entirely? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!